I'm John Lewis, Mayor of the town of Gilbert, and you're watching another episode of Mayor's Minutes. In our community, we not only look toward the future, but we celebrate our past. One of the ways we celebrate is with our annual Gilbert Days festivities. This year's 28th annual event highlighted our Western heritage and brought residents and visitors together with several events, including a rodeo, a 5K race, and of course, a parade.
The sights, the sounds, and even a few tributes to pop culture sensations. It's all part of the annual Gilbert Days Parade.
Oh wow, I've been to all of them. All of it's great, especially for the little kids, for the big kids like us.
For 20-year resident Joe Martin, it's a tradition.
I'd like to see the military kids, the junior ROT, since I'm retired Air Force. Got my grandsons in town, and we're having a good time.
For some new residents, it's the start of a tradition.
This would be our first time at Gilbert Days, and we just heard about it through the town, so we decided it'd be a fun family thing to do. Seen a lot of the town in the parade, a lot of organizations that are going on, a lot of the dance groups, a lot of things for our kids to be doing.
The parade brings thousands of residents, and everyone has their favorite part.
Probably watching all the kid groups, all the awesome, a lot of the dancing kids and stuff.
For the kids, it's all about satisfying their sweet tooth.
My favorite part is where the people gave out candy. Candy and the flowers. Getting candy.
But it's not all candy. This tribute to Gilbert's heritage showcases the town as a whole.
It's an awesome town. It's a fun town.
A celebration of a great place to live.
As you can tell from the crowds in that video, Gilbert is home to hundreds of thousands of people, more than 200,000 to be more precise. And with that size of a population, our town is important to state and national politicians too. That's one reason our town council recently sat down with Congressman-elect Matt Salmon to talk about our town needs so that he can take those issues to Washington, D.C. His congressional district includes all of Gilbert, so he says making Gilbert a priority is top on his list, and opening a congressional office right here in Gilbert is in his plans.
As we go forward, there'll be a lot of folks out there that'll probably need help on various issues, and I want you to know that our door is always open to the citizens of Gilbert. You're welcome at our office anytime.
Congressman-elect Salmon is just one leader who's looking to better serve our community. Earlier this month, we honored those who have served and are serving in a different way. With the help of the American Legion and the Arizona Department of Veteran Services, we hosted a ceremony to honor our nation's heroes in the armed forces.
Today is a celebration to honor America's veterans for their patriotism, their love of country, and willingness to serve and sacrifice for the common good. Throughout the history of this great land, from Valley Forge to Fallujah, Iraq, and now in Afghanistan, many have given the last full measure of devotion for your freedom. Today, I am honored to be among you, America's true heroes.
For the town of Gilbert, it's not enough to take just one day a year. Our veterans need services, and many of them need special care. Now, thanks to Gilbert's Department of Economic Development, a new Veterans Administrative Clinic is coming to our town.
I think what this site means for the veterans in and around the Southeast Valley is just first and foremost support for the veterans. Second, the availability of a clinic that can service the needs and be able to support the veterans community. So it's a 60,000 square foot, two-story administrative clinic for the Veterans Administration. Part of what we did is we worked with our executive leadership and our elected leadership to ensure that that our sites met all the minimum requirements for the Veterans Administration. There's a lot of great things about Gilbert that attracted the Veterans Administration Clinic. First and foremost, I think Gilbert's long history with veterans and just the way with which we embrace our veterans. Second, I think our quality of life. And third, from a true site selection perspective, I think the availability of a science, technology, engineering, and math workforce was very attractive to the Veterans Administration. This clinic really serves as a highlight for all the veterans, really lets the veterans know how the community feels about the veterans and the dedication of our men and women in the services, that this was a very important site and a very important location for the community.
Crews will start construction on that new clinic in January, but we have already completed a new addition in the town at Chandler Gilbert Community College. The school recently cut the ribbon on their new Environmental Technology Center.
Faculty, staff, students all worked collaboratively to make this dream a reality. It didn't take long for this dream to evolve and keep growing and growing and growing.
I look forward to the many educational opportunities that this Environmental Technology Center can offer the students, and I would like to thank all of those that helped make this center a success.
Chandler Gilbert Community College is one of our town's many educational partners, working with us to expand our workforce and keeping the community thriving. We also hope to help diversify our workforce, and with their recent science, technology, engineering, and math conference, Chandler Gilbert is getting young women involved in STEM.
It's called the Hermanas Diseña Tu Futuro, Design Your Future. It's really a call to action. Sisters, design your future. This program is all about exposing young women to careers in STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and math. And we talk about what it means to get ready for high school, college, how to get ready for a technical career.
What would happen if I stuck my finger in minus 320 degrees?
Our focus today is on helping to diversify that technical workforce and encourage more young women to think about these career fields.
Have you ever thought about making a satellite before?
The mayor plays an important part in helping these girls know that we are all about education and their futures, and he demonstrates that by being here today. We want them to know that as educational partners, as city and municipalities and town partners, that the community is really invested in their future.
No matter what age, Gilbert's residents can count on the town to deliver quality service, and every day we're working to improve everything we do. It's one reason we've just launched a new mission, vision, and values to ensure every town employee has the characteristics and the tools they need to serve you.
To me, that is one of the most, the fundamental piece to any organization, to define your mission, what your vision is, what your values are as an organization.
Part of being in a town is relationships and community. And if you don't have good service at the community infrastructure level, it doesn't make people want to be there. I've lived here for about 21 years, and there have been just tremendous changes, and they're always been friendly to me. It's just a great service, been prompt, been attentive, been thorough in what they're doing with the bulk trash pickup, with the recycling, coming down here to pay your water bill if you need to do that and get water service. They're always great, either on the phone or in person.
My little ones love the trash truck. We always run outside, and the trash truck gentleman always waves and smiles at the kids and stuff. And a couple weeks ago, he actually stopped and got out of the truck and brought my 4-year-old son a little trash truck. They go the extra mile of making people feel special, and you know, just 2 little kids, they don't have time to do that, but they did.
My son was riding his bike to school and he had an accident.
I crashed and I hit my head pretty hard and I cut my face.
And 2 of the employees of Gilbert saw the accident happen.
They helped me up and they grabbed my bike.
And they stopped and helped him until I could take him home. But I was very impressed that they made the comment that they were dads too, and that they would have done for anybody. So as a mom, that meant a lot.
I am a senior court service clerk. I work in the courtroom with the judge. Okay, if you have any questions, you can come up and see me. I'm there for the judge for whatever he needs, as well as the internal and external customers. Yes, you have to show the proof to him. Okay. What I do affects my coworkers, affects the internal and external customers. So I just feel like it's something that you take pride in, and you have to make sure you do it to the best of your ability. ARY, I believe. If we make a mistake, it affects a lot of other people. So I take a lot of pride in that, and if I do something wrong, I should be held accountable for it, because it could very well get someone arrested, or the information is not in the system correctly, things like that. So for me, it's a big deal. And I think it's also a big deal in an organization to be accountable for what they do. We're all accountable to the citizens of Gilbert.
I'm a fire captain here at Station 2 in Gilbert.
Local station alert.
I'm responsible for the daily operations of this fire station and a crew of 3 other people. I like the idea of questioning why we do things, how we do things, how can we do them better. I think innovation can come in multiple ways, one being the creation of a new idea, and I think the way I've approached it here in fire was more of taking an existing idea, looking at how we apply it, and making changes so that we can add value to what we provide the public. And this is Gilbert Fire Station number 2. Instead of waiting for citizens to call us, we are looking for ways to go out into the community ahead of time and looking at how we can interact with them and provide a level of service that's proactive. Fire truck's a lot bigger. You know those ones you see with the huge ladder on top? By doing that, I think that the citizens will get a greater return on the tax dollars they're spending within the town. As the taxpayers, they want a value for their money. If we can continue to raise the value level that they're getting, I think it's good for both sides.
I'm a code compliance inspector, and we go out on the complaints daily. We all have a certain area that we are assigned to. No one wants to see a code compliance officer come to see them, but I want them to feel like, they can tell me what's going on and, how can we help. We educate. Educate is our biggest communication tool when it comes to the citizens of the town of Gilbert. The code says that there needs to be anything cut down. A good communicator would be somebody that can relate to the situation. When you're communicating with people, you're showing that you care and that you care what your community looks like.
I'm the victim advocate for the Town of Gilbert Prosecutor's Office. I serve victims of crime. Basically, I'm here to explain your rights as a victim of crime, to answer any questions and convey information to the prosecutor. As a victim, you do have a right to make a statement to the judge. In serving victims of crime, it often requires that the provider become involved in their lives. Integrity is the foundation in developing trust between the provider and the victim. In many areas, we're dealing with very sensitive topics and sensitive information, and the public needs to feel confident that they will be treated with the utmost integrity.
I'm an outreach specialist, but I'm filling in as a household hazardous waste technician. Have some goodies?
I do.
Basically, we unload vehicles with all their hazardous material. We bring them in, we separate them. We put them in the proper locations. We mix paint, we ship out paint to the customers. Honestly, learning, you have to embrace it. When the supervisor asks you to come help, you step forward, you say absolutely. Thank you so much, enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Because we do provide a service within the town of Gilbert, regardless of what department you work in. So anything you learn, even here, this service actually extends out to the town of Gilbert residents.
Do I have to come up to your number?
The classes that I do take, I love them. I sign up just about for every class I can take. You provide the best service by having knowledge, and if you can build this knowledge, why not? And that is my goal, to extend what I've learned.
I'm a recreation leader at Freestone Recreation Center. Have fun, ladies.
I
greet them as they walk in the door. I put a wristband on them, check them in, and they go work out.
Good morning, Kevin. How are you?
When people come into a gym, they want to come in and they want to work out and they want to feel better about themselves. So just by walking through the door, it's amazing how you respect them and encourage them.
Good job, you can do it.
So they can feel better about themselves. The same thing with the people that I work with. You know, we all have issues, but how we deal with those issues makes us who we are. And respect is one of my passions, because if people feel respected, they're going to give it back. I think the town hit it right on with the values that they chose, and I think they all feed off of each other, and they all have such strengths that it makes an entire unity stronger.
We are a service organization. We hope to continue providing the services you need to improve our community. That's it for this episode of the Mayor's Minutes. I'll see you next time.